Hi, little old me again. Hi, it's Chris of Barton Chase Photography. Little old me again, as I said, and thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to my humble home. As you may know if you've seen these videos before, I normally actually do them in Nero's Coffee House. I did one here beforehand. It's so much more comfortable filming at home instead of listening to having random strangers actually trying to tune into what you're actually saying. If you've not seen, last Friday I did another shoot with the wonderful Emma Kelly. We designed a shoot regards this wonderful tailcoat and this rather scruffy shirt that I've decided to wear because it stays with the theme. We had a shoot in mind. Now, I rarely go for black and white because black and white is a beautiful medium to actually work in. It's a fantastic medium to actually work in, but it's also a little bit of a cop-out. If you've got a photo where it doesn't look that good, the immediate advice is to turn it black and white, and then it starts to work. So I don't do many shoots that actually focus on appearing in black and white. But we plan to do one, and because Emma's quite bendy, we thought that we'd do a sort of bendy showmany sort of shoot, and I've got a bit of a confession. I've always wanted to own a tailcoat. So when we were planning the shoot, I turned around and said, I've got this great idea. Let's have a tailcoat in it, because I know somebody who's selling one. In truth, I wanted to actually use the tailcoat in a shoot, but I also wanted to basically go back home at the end of the day and swish a cane around and pretend I was a Victorian gentleman in my comfort of my own home. I actually did that, yeah. But yeah, the idea was top hat, tailcoat, fishnet tights, staying with the whole circus performer thing, and do the whole bendy, circusy performer gymnastic thing. Didn't happen. What actually happened is we turned up at the location, a fantastic location, owned by the wonderful Alistair, who I so want to do a photo shoot with. This guy, when he's telling a story, his way of enunciating himself is absolutely fantastic. But as soon as we got there, we saw this wonderful place outdoors, and it started to shut it down. So we ended up doing a few shots in one specific indoor location, and I will normally walk away from a photo shoot with about 60 shots. I walked away with probably 20 or 30. In fact, 60 shots normally is probably a bit of an exaggeration. That's a studio shoot where you've got control of the lighting. In a location shoot, I probably would go over that. Probably double that, because you need more to actually work with. Here's a little secret. I've said it before and I'll say it again. One thing photographers don't like to tell you is it takes a lot of shots to get the magic ones, which is why whenever you do a photo shoot, the photographer's going click, 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 you end up with 12. Doesn't work that way. So anyway, we walked away. I knew when we did the shoot, Emma had made some suggestions, I'd made some suggestions, but I knew when we walked away from the shoot that I'd not got as many shots as I normally like. I knew I got a few ones that I think really worked very, very well. But I did not think we'd actually got a full set. Now, when I talk about full set, I normally like releasing between 5 to 6 my shoot, 7 or 8 maximum, not that much more. So went away on Friday. I did something I don't normally do, and that is on Saturday morning, I upload all the shots to take a look at, and I almost swore. In fact, I am going to swear. Fuck me. As I looked at each and every one of the shots, I saw the story evolve. And it's not something we planned. We planned to actually do some location shoots. We planned to have this theme, this sort of bendy sort of theme of doing some sort of performance art. But as I was looking through the shots, and if you've not seen them, I'll put some of them up as we actually go. This story evolved of this person who was at first mysterious, probably quite nasty, probably quite scary, but then becoming this sort of playful, innocent, intrigued character, but also quite smart, easily bored, a little bit mysterious. This like not a ghostly figure, but just somebody who was in control. It became a whole character in a Victorian drama. And that was something neither of us intended. It was a collaboration of both of the things that we actually intended, but there was a shot that showed her intrigued, looking quite cunning, intelligent, some of her looking quite innocent, quite naive, and neither me nor Emma actually planned for this. In fact, it didn't feel like a Barton Chase photo shoot. It didn't feel like it was Emma who was actually in the shot. So it didn't feel like I'd taken the photos, and it didn't feel like Emma was the person who was in the model. It felt like I was looking at some photos of somebody else. It was so bizarre. And then as soon as I turned them black and white, it evolved. It became more. It looked wonderful. And I will not normally turn around to my own photography and say it looks wonderful, but it feels like somebody else had taken them. Somebody else had modelled them. Oh, full credit to both of us, by the way. Obviously, although we didn't intend it, it was the both of us together that came up with this. But yeah, it was such a strange experience. It was bizarre. Emma, thankfully, really likes them, and they seem to have gone down particularly well. All as far as I can tell from people who've actually seen them. But yeah, I think I'm not going to actually end this with any sort of lesson or any sort of lesson learned, because I like to actually say every single time that I walk away from every single photo shoot thinking that I would do something different. I've never walked away from any Photoshop and not shoot and not thought, tell you what, I'd do that a little bit different next time. This one I walked away feeling disappointed because we had such a great location and we'd not been able to actually make the most of it. And I recently did a video where I actually said that I don't feel that I can actually have any credit for the shots that we got. In this case, I think me and Emma can totally own the credit. But it's not something we plan to do. But I still think that we own them, because it was our teamwork that created this unique character. It almost feels like it was the third person that was in the photo shoot, which is fucking weird. 2 fucks, 3 fucks, 4. I'll stop saying the F word. First of all, it was because I was surprised about how it is. I just went overboard. But apologies for that. So I'm not going to finish with any sort of lesson learned, because I don't feel like I walked away from that photo shoot with anything more than disappointment that we didn't make more fantastic environment, which thankfully and hopefully we will be able to actually go back to. But I do think it's one of the few times that I've looked at some photos that I've created from a shoot, or we've created, I can't call it as a team, but in this case, I'm going to refer to just me, that I've walked away from a photo shoot and seen this whole different third-person character evolve. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the photos. Oh, another thing that I think I should mention, because this is a really bizarre thing. This is just an addendum that's nothing to do with what I've just talked about. But one strange thing I've noticed is I merged my 2 Facebook pages, Barton Chase Inc. and Barton Chase Photography, together, and lost all my previous work. And noticed that there's very few photographs getting posted. So I'm looking to remedy that. So hopefully you'll see more photographs actually coming up soon. Otherwise, thanks very much. My name's Chris of Barton Chase. The marketing little bit is that I am available to actually do photo shoots for you. Very reasonable. I like to think of myself as the Aldi photographer. Buzzwords, catchwords. But anyway, hopefully you guys are all awesome. I know you're all awesome. And big love to all of you. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Chris, Barton Chase Photography. See you later. Bye.